What's up, guys? Today I pretty much just want to make a video of how long a DJI Phantom drone can last underwater. This guy right here, it's a Phantom 3 Professional. I don't know how it's going to work with other DJI Phantom drones, but this drone I was just not really paying attention, doing some scenic shots around Rocker Steiner's cable, and I happened to just clip the wire and whoop, landed in the lake. It was about 8 feet deep, and it was underwater for at least 20 minutes. I ran and jumped in without a wetsuit and tried to find it, and it was just too cold. It's January right now, so I had to go back up the hill, put a wetsuit on and stuff, and I went back out and luckily found it on the first dive. As soon as I pulled it out of the water, before I even got out of the lake, I just yanked the battery and yeah, just took it up to the house, shook all the water out of it, and drove down the street and bought a big 20-pound bag of rice and threw it in there. I didn't have any tools at the time, so I just left it in the bag all day, and then when I went home the next day, I went to Home Depot and bought myself some screwdrivers and for like some Torx screws for all the screws that are on this drone, and pretty much I just split the case in half. I took all the propellers off, took the top off, exposed like all the chips and all sorts of gadgets that I don't know anything about inside, and yeah, I covered it back up with rice. Did the same thing with the gimbal, took off like all the simple parts like the screws that are visible, and I just dunked that in rice too. I didn't go too crazy into taking everything apart. I just took everything that was pretty simple to get off and then pulled all the plugs off the board and just covered everything with rice. I probably left it in rice for like 2 days, pulled it out, left it in front of a fan for a day, and then did another 2 days under rice and brought it back out. Did a little bit of blow drying and stuff on like the cooler settings so I didn't melt anything with the blow dryer. And yeah, I powered it up today, and sure enough, it powered on. The gimbal, everything works. I used a new battery, not the one that went underwater, and it worked. Then also I tried the battery that went underwater, and only low to the ground. I didn't like take it off or fly it over anything crazy because I don't really trust that battery. But that battery also functioned, and it also recharged. So I'm probably not going to ever use that battery. I'm just going to buy a new one because that's really sketchy. But yeah, this drone works, and I'll even power it on for you right now. There you have it. 20 plus minutes completely submerged under fresh water. The Phantom survived. DJI Phantom right here. It made it. If this happened to you, throw your drone in some rice, let it dry out. My advice would be just be patient. Take 5 or 6 days, a week, 2 weeks. The longer you wait, I think the better your odds are. So yeah, just try it out and maybe you'll get lucky like me. I don't know if this thing's gonna keep flying forever, but for now it's working. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, and yeah, see ya.